On Halloween night in 1995, in the town of Ravenhollow, Abigail, a frail little girl with sorrowful eyes from the Wraith lineage, became a victim of hatred and superstition. Accused of witchcraft, Abigail was dragged by the villagers to the central square and burned alive before everyone's eyes. Before her tiny life was extinguished, Abigail screamed, "I will return, and you shall pay." March 30th, 2025. Ravenhollow, nestled deep in a valley, appears as if time has forgotten it, with everything worn and old. Today, the sky is a murky grey, with thick dark clouds smothering every ray of light. In a small coffee shop, a group of 3 young friends sits chatting. One of them holds up a newspaper and reads aloud the headline. "After 30 years, does the curse still linger?" I really like that journalist. He always writes such intriguing pieces about mysterious things, Ethan remarked. It seems that both the tomb and Abigail's house are still intact. I wonder if the curse is real. Lily whispered, her voice trembling with fear. Just a legend. But if you want to know the truth, then, Jake said with a mischievous smile. Thus, the 4 of them decided that tonight they would visit the small house where Abigail and her family once lived. The house lies at the foot of a hill. To reach it, they must walk about 1 kilometer. The narrow path is flanked by trees, and the area seems utterly isolated from the rest of the world. Everything is eerily quiet, except for the incessant chirping of insects and the rustling of leaves. At last, the small house comes into view. The group stops, and Jake shines his flashlight towards the building. The door stands ajar, revealing glimpses of the interior. Just to the left of the house is a tombstone. The friends approach it. On the tombstone is barely legible the inscription, "Abigail, 1988 to 1995. A beetle clings to the top of the tombstone. Ethan reaches out and shoves the insect away. Lily gasps, "Don't touch the tomb!" Ethan and Jake laugh, while the silence around them grows even more unnerving. The group decides to enter the house. The wooden hallway creaks ominously under the footsteps. Jake uses his flashlight to help Ethan light a candle. The room suddenly bursts into light. A dilapidated space with cobwebs in every corner. Dusty antique items fill the room. A vintage clock frozen at 11 p.m. A small doll placed on a table beside the window. 2 more rooms lie inside. A smaller room with a little bed, a wooden rocking horse, and some toys, which was undoubtedly Abigail's bedroom, and an adjacent larger room, the bedroom of her parents. On the headboard hangs a small family photo of the 3 of them, with the little girl's wide, joyful smile clutched in her father's arms. Nothing interesting here. "Let's go back," Jake said, his tone laced with disappointment. The 3 friends return to the living room, where the faint glow of the candle makes their shadows dance on the floor. Suddenly, they notice a wooden box neatly placed on the main table, covered in dust. Beneath the box lies a thick book resembling an album. They clearly remember that they had not seen these items upon entering the house. Ethan picks up the wooden box and examines it. On its surface, the inscription reads, "If opened, you must play." Disregarding the ominous message, Ethan opens the box. Outside, the rustling of leaves abruptly ceases. Inside, they find a deck of cards. The box's lid is adorned with the words, "Abigail, come back and play with me till the light fades away." Ethan studies it intently and reads aloud to Jake and Lily. Abigail, come back and play with me till the light fades away. Suddenly the door slams shut. The three friends jump and the cards slip from Ethan's hand, scattering across the floor. Let the game begin. If you wish to survive until dawn, decipher the mystery and release the wrong soul. The clock will strike 12, and only the brave can overcome this nightmare. Came a voice, not Lily's, but sounding through her lips as she stifled a terrified cry. The clock begins to chime, and the scattered cards start to move, gathering into a neat circle. Ethan, Jake, and Lily exchange horrified glances. None of them dare flip a card. Once again, Lily's hand seems to act on its own, reaching out and picking a card. A card depicting a droplet of water appears. The album flips its pages automatically, page after page, until it stops at page 88. The black and white photographs show a father and mother cradling a 1-month-old baby. The baby crawling across the floor towards his mother. A 5-year-old child wearing a cap and blowing out birthday candles. It's Abigail in her childhood, a family once filled with joyous laughter. Ethan's hand, too, is forced forward. He grabs a card and turns it over. A card showing flames is revealed. The album once again flips through its pages until it halts at page 95. In the image, a little girl in a black dress with a ghostly white face and a horn hat is seen. She is bound to a thick branch, surrounded by dry firewood. In the background, a weeping mother staggers along, and a father lies unconscious beside her, his head bleeding. Then it's Jake's turn. Uncontrollably, his hand reaches out to flip a card. A card depicting an eye. The album flips its pages automatically, finally stopping at page 25. The photograph shows a man raising a staff over the head of a person tied to a pole, as if performing a ritualistic baptism. Beneath, the inscription reads, Thomas Sullivan. In another image, a man is seen splashing what appears to be water over a bound individual. Below that, the words Richard Dawson are inscribed. In that moment, both Ethan and Jake are horrified to realize the two men in the photo are their fathers. The cards begin to shake violently, each tremor stronger than the last. The three clench each other in terror. Outside, the wind picks up, footsteps echo, and the teddy bear by the window falls to the floor. Then, the candle's flame flickers and goes out abruptly.